Hey there, friends. Looking for a little bit of good news? Well, this just came across today, and I think you guys are going to be happy with this. As things happen in some of the other more popular states, more populous states, I should say, those things tend to trickle down, and obviously they set precedent in other states across the country. If you'll remember, the New Jersey governor passed some extremely restrictive gun laws after Bruen was settled last year. Well, there's a good group of people here as plaintiffs that filed suit against the state of New Jersey. In fact, these plaintiffs range from people in medical facility, I think there was a pharmacist in there, to a mechanic. Just a wide range of people that are in this particular group of plaintiffs. These lists of plaintiffs sought a TRO in several different areas, and they were specific in many cases. Real quick, the areas that were denied the temporary restraining order was zoos and medical treatment facilities, airports and movie sets, fish and game restrictions, youth sports events. I'm pretty sure they also denied a motion for multi-purpose facilities relating to schools. That was one of them. Yeah, that is definitely one. But the places that they awarded this temporary restraining order really surprised me. Now, I want to say this real quick. The judge is Renee Marie Bum. I feel like her name needs to be put out there because she seems like a pretty fair judge at this point, at least trying to preside over this in good faith and in accordance with the Constitution. Regarding public parks, beaches, and recreational facilities, the court found that the plaintiffs had met their burden at this stage of showing a likelihood of success that the restrictions of Subpart 10 are unconstitutional. The court also found that the plaintiffs had met their burden in public libraries and museums as far as getting that temporary restraining order. And the list goes on. Bars, restaurants where alcohol is served, entertainment facilities. Those entertainment facilities we're talking about are theaters, stadiums, museums, arena, racetrack, or other places where performances, concerts, exhibits, games, or contests are held. To me, this one was huge because you've got right there in the New Jersey area, you've got Giant Stadium right there where the Jets and the Giants both play. If they're going to allow concealed carry holders, now again, these are permitted holders, but if they're going to allow them to carry at those locations, to me, that is kind of huge because those are places that were seemingly off limits before. Casinos, that was a huge one. To me, that was one that I wasn't expecting to see the judge rule in these plaintiffs' favor, but she did. Add private property to that list of approvals. Now, the conclusion is where I feel like I got the most out of this. I actually wanted to cry a little bit whenever I read this. I'm going to read these paragraphs here that do specify these points for you. Plaintiffs have demonstrated a probability of success on the merits of their Second Amendment challenge to certain provisions of Chapter 131, Section 7A, specifically Subparts 10, parks, beaches, recreational facilities, areas, public libraries, museums, bars, restaurants where alcohol is served, entertainment facilities, casinos, and private property. Now, if you go on, this is the part that made me want to cry, and I may still cry. The judge wrote, the threat of criminal prosecution for exercising their Second Amendment rights as the holders of valid permits from the state to conceal carry handguns constitutes irreparable injury on behalf of plaintiffs, and neither the state nor the public has an interest in enforcing unconstitutional laws. I wouldn't get too excited because these other people are not going to stop coming after your guns and coming after your God-given fundamental right to protect yourself and your family. But this is kind of a big deal. And this will have a ripple effect right next door in New York. And these are precedents that are being set on our behalf for the good. I applaud this judge for trying to approach this. She did not grant all of the TROs. She denied some of them. And I thought she showed a sense of fairness in making these rulings. And this is how the court system should work. This is good news, guys. I know there'll be a lot of guys out there breaking this down a little bit more detailed. I may break it down a little bit more so you guys can see it, but I did post as much as I could here, and I will post the text of all of this ruling in the comment section down below, so look for that.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
It's over!